Shumai guys, and welcome back to the airwaves. You're joining me, your host, Dav Morse, on the Life to the Full podcast. The podcast that inspires and equips you to make the most of your time here on Earth. Making the most of your time here on Earth is done day by day, and so today I want to take 5 minutes to try and inspire you to make the most of every day. I am convinced that there are certain activities, when done on a daily basis, that would lead to a far greater satisfaction in life, a physically healthier body, and a refreshed soul. I'm going to be painting a picture of an ideal day in the hope of persuading you to take the steps needed to make any changes you need to your current daily routine. Of course, it's not possible to live like this every day in this idealized way. Our goal, in which case, is to consistently start to build these habits into our lives. There will be days where we hardly get any of them done. Such is the nature of life. But we can make progress by building them in one by one day at a time. My ideal day isn't going to be your ideal day, but there are common themes to draw out to implement into your life. I'll share with you all the things that I believe contribute to an ideal day, and I hope they can provide some food for thought to you when you're designing your ideal day. Let's start at the beginning. No, not 4 a.m. A good day starts the night before. When I go to bed, I like to crank up the excitement levels about what I'm going to do the next day. It puts me in a good frame of mind before going to bed, and whilst I'm asleep, my brain is feeding on those positive thoughts. That means I wake up pumped about what I've got to do that day. This is an ideal first habit to start your ideal day. Visualize the positive things about the next day, and as you sleep, your brain will be internalizing those positive vibes. I always start my day in silence. This is usually a combination of breathing and prayer. This is followed by a short time of reading, usually a Bible passage or verse, but also whatever book I have on the go. Having my phone on aeroplane mode overnight means I can start the day on my own terms without distraction from the outside. Once that's done, I can switch off aeroplane mode, and it's like opening the floodgates of the day. I'm letting people and things and distractions into my day. If I start with that, I feel far less grounded and peaceful. An ideal day should contain something that challenges me physically. This might be going for a run, or lifting weights, or stretching, or some kind of bodyweight activity. Some days I go for a long time, some days a shorter time. But I always do something. I usually do it fairly early in the morning so I can get back and have breakfast with the kids before getting them ready for school. Even if I'm really pushed for time, I will make sure that I do 1 minute of exercise of some description. In that case, it's usually 50 push-ups, but anything that gets your body moving for 1 minute is going to start getting your brain moving in the right direction to prime yourself for the day. Do something creative. Currently, my creative outlet is podcasting and writing digital course materials. I talked a lot about creativity in the last episode, so have a listen if you need some inspiration. In my ideal day, I do something to connect to someone. So maybe go out for coffee with someone, text a friend, call a friend, have somebody round for dinner in the evening. Building relationships is a key part of living life to the full. It's what will keep us going as we get older. It's also massively important to get out into nature. I'm fortunate in the city where I live. There are plenty of green parks, which I can at least pretend that I'm in the countryside. Something I love to do, which connects me with nature and brings in mindfulness to being outside, is foraging. So I'll be paying attention to plants and mushrooms and trees and nuts. There's something intensely satisfying about collecting your own food from the wild. If I could get to the sea in my ideal day, I would definitely get in the sea and get cold. Cold water swimming is becoming incredibly trendy at the moment, and I'm sure you know someone who does it regularly and is trying to get you to come along and do it as well. We're starting to see some of the real benefits of cold exposure for reducing inflammation, better sleep, increasing energy, focus, improved mental health. So even if I can't get to the sea, I'll always have, at least on the weekdays, I give myself the weekends off, a cold shower for at least 30 seconds. Once you've got out of a cold shower, you feel pumped. This kind of ideal day is just that. Ideal. We won't get there every day. I don't get there every day. But I do try to incorporate many of these practices on a daily basis. Like I said before, the details of your ideal day are up to you to finalize. But doing something that's physically challenging, something that's mentally challenging, something that's creative, something that connects you with others, getting plenty of sunlight, time in nature, is a good starting point. Now, if you're not washing up or at the gym or driving at this point, take time to think about your ideal day and how you can start putting in some of those activities into action today. Now you have your goal to aim for. Remember, you are the architect and builder of your life, so start designing your ideal life today. And if you need any help with that, get in touch over on Instagram. I'm there as Life to the Full Podcast and also David Morse. Until next time, go make your life awesome. Peace out.